Okay, here we go. So, yep, everything's live. That's awesome. Everything's good to go. How you doing there, Van Pubcell? Van Pubcell. Okay, that's a different one. How are we all doing today? Excuse me. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started then. I think I'll do it in windowed this time. I know how to get rid of like the actual issues of the animation, but I don't mind it too much. I am quite lazy when it comes to this. Right. Save free. I'm not entirely sure how long this will take us. It shouldn't take us too terribly long. I do have an idea of how I want to respond to China. But first and foremost, a very warm thank you to Mr. Dr. Communist, a good viewer of mine. Excuse me. He did actually send me in a little document that he created, which is quite nice, and he asked if I could show it, and I will show it, because I think it's quite well done. So he came up with Operations Heaven's Gate, which I like this. I love the presentation. So for Japanese Prime Minister and Emperor's Eyes Only, written by Japanese Minister of War for Japanese Armed Forces in the Chinese Theatre of War. I like this. Well done, dude. I really do appreciate it. So you can see reason, overall objectives of the campaign phase. So, the reason for the operation begins with Battle of Changsha. The battle has been a long and blood one. Changsha has made a great distraction for the Allies, concentrated their defensive efforts. As of February 14th, 1942, the Chinese forces have gathered in strength along the Jiang River. These forces that have gathered along the river consist of numerous Chinese corps. These corps have been estimated to be more than 300,000 troops in and around the city of Changsha. The corps is at a critical crossing bridge of Shangtan, Chengte, and Hanyang. The Chinese have also reserve corps in the base of Shaoyan, however that's pronounced. Therefore, the Chinese force will have a large number of blah blah blah. Excuse me. I was gonna have a drink here. I don't know, sometimes I get like, you know when you guys get something like stuck in your throat? At least it feels like it. There we go. Righto. So, blue circle standard attack, black circle power drop, red is the Yang line, and purple overall meeting point. Can I make this any larger? Let me zoom in here. It's not a bad plan. And I did feel bad actually shooting him down with this. I might go for it a little bit more if I get time later. Let's see. 200%. Yeah, is it further down? That doesn't seem to have the actual markings on. Well, that's a shame. The one I looked at did, so that's okay. But there you go. Thank you very much there. Communist for sending that in. Much appreciated, my dude. Oh, I missed some of the chats here. Came so early my name would be said. How you doing there, Fred? Howdy from Texas. You know, I've got family in Texas. I've got family in Houston, actually. So I like Texas. I've been there once before, actually. Nice place. I do hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, awesome. My trading account. Okay. How you doing there, Anno? Good to have you, my dude. Right. So, I was a little bit hesitant in regards to Hengyang, obviously, with the fact that it has been reinforced. But what we are going to do is we are going to basically go for broke as far as it goes here. What I mean by that is we will move towards Hengyang. We can cancel it at any point before we do arrive, so it is worthwhile doing. Infinite did make me aware that the 38th Division has been delayed. I think that's due to the weather here, so it's going to take them even longer to arrive. So possibly about 6 days before they arrive at the major road over here, which is unfortunate. But it is what it is. Now, yeah, it was made by a viewer. It's made by a viewer, so it's like, really appreciated it. I love when people do things like that. And I've got, like, no issue with, like, showcasing it. I mean, if somebody puts the time and effort in, it's the least I can do. So it's much appreciated. Okay. To Texas once and it rained. Yeah. That's cool. Right, so we've got the 51st Reconnaissance Regiment over here making good progress. So they're moving up there. I'm going to tell them to head for the actual rendezvous point. I may have them just head for Hengyang itself, actually. There's no reason as to not to. Actually, does cancel that movement. Okay, yeah, there is reason not to do that. So I'm going to reload that and not do that. Good thing I didn't really do anything. Right, there we go. So we'll do that again. So we're going to have the 104th March on Hengyang itself. Obviously, we'll be joined by the other divisions and brigade. I'm not too confident. I don't think we can break them on the first attack. I'd love to say that we could, but I don't know. It's not a great situation, obviously, with the additional forces being there. But it is what it is. So yeah, we take a look over here. We've got the 2 tank regiments. So I'm going to leave them as they are. I could, but I don't want to lose the 4 miles there. Might as well keep it as it is. 51st, yeah, keep that. Don't want to lose that 40 mile progress. So that's literally 6 more miles on the BNB upper hex there. Right, 51st Engineer Regiment's on its way. It's going to take some time, but it is on its way. As discussed, the 38th Division is going to take some additional time. I do have the artillery over here as well. So they will arrive at Kukong tomorrow. And then from Kukong I can begin marching them north. It's major roads here, so that's nice. I could also have them march down to Canton if I do decide to do so instead. Which maybe I will. But they need to be at Kukong anyway to make use of the major roads. The reason why I talk about the major roads is... the 38th is actually doing something different. The 38th has worked out, but it's actually quicker to march from this hex to this hex than it is to go all the way down here through the secondary and then back up through here. So it's going to take them a few days, but they will skip out all this journey to the south and arrive here sooner. Which is good. Presumably tanks and vehicles do better on flat terrain and not so good on the hills. Yep, that is exactly correct. See, the reason why we're probably going to carry on with the actual Hengyang operation is, this is clear terrain here. It's going to hurt us crossing the river because there will be a shock attack, but the good news is once we're actually across the river, we are fighting on clear terrain where we are going to fight the best. He does, it's like at Changsha, he gains a ×2 terrain benefit really, which obviously we do not want to have to deal with. So if we fight him in the ×1 clear terrain, he's not gaining any additional benefit. He will have fortifications more than likely. He will have that. But if I can remove that additional terrain advantage, then it is much, much better for us, really. So that's what we're going to do. And with that being said, our forces are on the way here. Kyoko never got some position. What I'm going to do is move a good majority of the armor. I think I've got a few reconnaissance regiments here. Armored cars. Let's see. Sword by AV. Alright. It's a hard one to decide on how much armor to actually send. I am tempted to send all the tank regiments, bar the reconnaissance regiments, and maintain the reconnaissance regiments and armored car companies back at Changsha, so at least I do have some armored maneuverability. But it's one of these of it's probably worthwhile just to go all in really on the armor. But it is nice to retain some armor, so I think I will retain the reconnaissance regiment. Well, actually, I might retain the armored car companies. So, tough decision. Okay. Yeah. See, I would like to retain some armor to send north. Basically, what we're going to consider here is, depending on the situation, if I bring up the road system here. So we've got the major roads from Changsha, and then the secondary road here, which is going to take some time, but I could still manage that. This is where we get slowed down. If this was a major road here, we'd be so happy. We would have arrived here significantly earlier. But what we're looking towards doing then is, we have armor down here, we have another 3 armored regiments over here. What I'm going to be looking towards doing is probably crossing with the divisions of the brigade. They probably will not be able to push the Chinese force out, but I would like to then be able to reinforce it with additional armor as soon as possible, really. The armor being really, really superb on the clear terrain. Yeah, the Chinese army has almost no anti-tank capability, which is why we'd be doing that. Ah, dude, you're building some 40k minis? What are you building, dude? Welcome, by the way, Braden. See, this is what I like. It's like I've been considering really as to whether to come back to YouTube to do the streams. But it's good to see that we actually are seeing new faces in the video here, which is nice. Good time to point out as well. As to the rules, as always, please do not share information from the streams. We need to maintain top secrecy for both players in order to see the game be both fun and have the longevity that we all want. So there we go. That is my rule outlined done there. Yeah. Well, the tanks are... Well, I mean, the tank is basically... It's just an armoured gun, isn't it? It's a gun that moves. Moves very quickly. That's the way I look at them. They're not particularly well protected. Well, this is it. We don't really need much in the way of protection. The Chinese infantry, I think, only have like 1 AV. I think we have like, well, anti-armor. I think we have 5 anti-armor on the IJ squads. So we do have an advantage. But yeah. I think what I'm going to do then is... I might retain the 20th, the 5th, and the 9th. Which is not a lot. It's one of those. I feel like I should send about 2/3 of it. I'm going to send the vast majority, but retain some armor here at Changsha. Maybe retain some actual armored regiments. Well, let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And how many do we have here in total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So I could send possibly 9 and send 2/3. But I would like to retain some armor here. Oh, that's cool. I always like the Adeptus Mechanicus. I always like the Horus Heresy book. What is it now? Mechanicus? That was one of the best books. I think I might send the, I think I'll send 6 regiments, perhaps. The units that do have a full strength, really. So I'm going to have them head for that position there to 85-4. The unfortunate thing is he probably will see movement, but we'll see. I mean, I personally feel like he's getting ready to pull out of Changsha. It looks like he might be doing that, considering the fact that he's moving forces to strengthen Henyang, which he's not previously done so before. He might not have actually sent as much as he possibly could have, due to the fact that there's no units in this hex, so hopefully we might be able to take advantage of that. It would be very nice. What's the difference between the IJ Reconnaissance Regiment and the Tank Regiment? So that's got motorized cavalry, HMGs, some AT, but they don't really need the AT. Tankettes and light tanks. Well, this is light tanks and medium tanks. Yeah, they do have that infantry component. I'm not going to send them in case they don't move as fast. So I'll just send tank regiments. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You know what, I'm going to send all the tank regiments. I'll retain the reconnaissance regiment. And armored car companies. The tanks actually have the medium tanks, which would be nice to have down there. And what we're going to do here then is, I will probably change their planning as well, once we are able to confirm things. But what I'm going to do then is they're going to travel down this way, basically. He could try to create some problems here, but he's not going to be able to manage that. He's going to move way too slowly. But yeah, what we're going to do then is have the armor begin to move up here, and then obviously into Hengyang as soon as possible, if we do indeed move there. What's that there, Infinite? In case one moves as fast. I'm moving the armored regiment, so I was considering moving the armored car companies as well, and the reconnaissance regiment. But I'd like to retain some armor, as we discussed, really. I'm gonna... I don't want to change the planning yet. Those reconnaissance regiments are components of infantry divisions that can be recombined. Oh, are they? I'll have to take a look at that. Reconnaissance regiment. Oh yes, 8th Tank Division. Mukden... Okay, so that could be rebuilt, actually. That's something to bear in mind. Oh, I wasn't... I think this is the issue, isn't it? Obviously, when you come into stream late. I wasn't talking about the devices themselves. I can't remember what I was saying, but I wasn't talking about the tanks themselves. When I was talking about the medium tanks, I was talking about having the actual superior... Well, just obviously being a medium tank. It's going to have a... It's going to be superior. Well, this is why I'm thinking about keeping the actual armoured cars at Changsha, really. Well, actually, I mean, I could send... Yeah, okay, we'll send the armored cars down here as well. That could be very useful. Yeah, we'll send them as well. I mean, this is it. If it doesn't work out, if we do decide to cancel the crossing at Henyang, then we'll have the armor move, in fact, north to Nanyang. I mean, this was really, really very telling battle. The fact that they had no supply is really, really telling. Now, the fact that there's 4 enemy units over here is really nice. I might go ahead and send an armored reconnaissance unit. Well, I might try and send an armored unit up over here, but then I'd like to retain some armor at Changsha. But then it's like, well, I'm sending most of the armored regiments anyway. Let's see. What does intrigue me is the fact that at Changsha there is this secondary road here. I don't know if I could actually move... Well, sorry, that road over there. I don't know if I could move to that hex instead of this hex. Right, let's see. What's the terrain there? It's wooded. Well, it's clear there to the south. Yeah, Xingtan. At least to the north, there would be no fortifications as I could see, so it might be worthwhile moving there. But it's one of those of, well, if I move there... If I could move there, I'm not entirely sure if I could move to that northern hex there. Something to bear in mind, really. Okay. So I might retain 1. So hard... Well... No, you're right there, but what I'm thinking about is retaining 1 over here. So we could actually... I'd love to try and get... I don't know, it depends, really. I don't think he's going to pull out to Changsha that quickly. It depends, really. Is he going to... I don't know. Maybe. I think retaining some armor here is worthwhile. Maybe 1 reconnaissance regiment. I mean, that's a fair point there in regards to the British having tanks, but as far as it goes, it's like I might as well use my tanks against foes that really can't deal with tanks. At least then we can actually make good use of our own. I may have 1 armoured unit make its way north, the reason being considering that there are forces like this out in the open. I think what would be extremely telling is in regards to this unit over here. If that has low supply, then that could really be quite telling about this entire area here, which could really be very important. Yeah, I might look towards moving more forces towards a Henkao, which we are. I think we're moving a division and a brigade, actually. Possibly. Right, you're still resting. Which you have 100 planning, which is really good. Brigade, right, yeah, so they will arrive tomorrow. I thought there was another unit moving. Right, there's a 2nd Rainer Regiment over there. I do need to actually get the transport aircraft set up at Langsorn, actually. At least I know where his flying tigers are now. I thought I was moving a 2nd unit, actually. Do you like the little Japanese flags or the Japanese naval flags? Yeah, I guess. I like all our flags to have the Japanese flags. I'd like to see every base have a Japanese flag, really. That would be nice. We actually got 5. I think it's 5 Naval Guard units. I mean, as to how to employ them, possibly, I don't know. It's going to be an interesting one, really. Operation Shino is going to be really quite a telling one on that. I mean, possibly we'd look towards sending a Naval Guard unit to the Aleutians, perhaps. Maybe 1 or 2 would be required is all. But it's going to be an interesting one, really. We still don't know where all these carriers are. So there's a lot there that could be said about them. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that, John. That's a shame. Okay. Well, anyway, I thought I was sending a 2nd unit to the north, but I guess not. So, do you like the little Japanese flags of the... To be honest, I don't know what the difference is between the default flag, the naval flag, without looking. Ah, that's a good question in regards to the Flying Tigers. Why did you choose these? I don't know. I don't know. The mod Graphics mod must have changed it, but I didn't choose that. It's been that long since I've seen the default one, I don't even know what the difference is anymore. But yeah, in regards to Flying Tigers, it's more so the fact that it has P-40Es. I mean, that's what the H-81s are, really. But it's just the fact that it actually has them. And it's low res the raise of the naval ensign. Oh dear. Right, well anyway. I think what I might do then, I mean this is it, but it's still 50 AV, isn't it really, after all? I think what we will do then is we will send the 8th Reconnaissance Regiment down here. And then I'll retain the weakened one, Changsha, but at least we still have some armor to make use of if we need to. Well, if we need to, sorry. Not needs. I sound like fucking Schmeagol there. Okay, so we've got the 55th Infantry Brigade. I still don't know why the 23rd was there, but that was definitely a misclick, if anything. It really should not have been there. How much AV is that? 7 AV? Wow. But it can stay for the time being, then it's already in position, might as well keep it there now. Yeah, no issues there, finish. Right, 12th Independent Mixed Brigade can move there. What I might do then is get that unit to move down here, really. Try and block that unit off. Looks like it's going to move direct. Is it roads there? There's about a secondary road. Should be okay, I guess. Probably take a while, but it'd be worthwhile doing. It seems to calculate this as being the more efficient path, so I suppose I'll trust it on that one for the time being. Suppose it would be better than march on the way around. And the P-40Bs are fodder with the P-40Es. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, the 50 cals are the dangerous ones, really. Even the 30 cals are dangerous, so we don't have any armor, but the 50 cals definitely. 8th Armored Car Company. I'm going to get it moving as well. There's no point not utilizing everything we have, really, now. Maybe he sees that, maybe he doesn't. At this point in time, I'm going to assume that he sees a lot of things in this area, really. Before I forget, can you reassign reconnaissance at Hankow? Previous subunits got messed up when I was looking at the Oscars. Oh, okay, sure. Shangtan, Changsha, Jikyang. Jikyang, okay. Jikyang. Xiaoyang. How you doing there, Shipwreck? And with the 100th Chinese Corps at Wenkao still holding out and not looking like it's getting weaker. It is getting weaker, it is getting there. It is getting there. Like, they are taking casualties. They are definitely taking casualties. As the moonlight increases, which we're currently at 0% moonlight now, so I think we will see the moonlight increase tomorrow. So the bombardment will be more effective. I don't know if it's tomorrow. I'm assuming with it being 0 now, it should increase soon. But when the moonlight does increase again, then the bombardments will be significantly more damaging. So the 100th is going to give. It really has zero choice in this matter now. It will give. I mean, we had... It looked like it had 300 AV there. We've got about 855. I think once it gets down to about maybe 100 or 200, then I might consider it. I'd rather it be as low as possible, really, before we do attack. And then once we do attack and we do take the city, I mean, we should have done things differently by using battleships to bombard. But that is a lesson learned, really. That is a lesson learned. Right. As these fellows are marching. Once they arrive at the next hex, then I can actually tell them to begin to march on Hengyang itself. We'll probably have them to march alongside this guy. Gonna have these guys move as fast as possible, really. So, it is kind of make or break over here in China. I'm gonna march over here. I may in fact take this division and have it march north. I only need 220 here. So I'm sending the 57th Infantry Brigade. I could begin to send the 34th Division as well. Which would actually give us about 500 AV outside of Chang. And if it's like the area around Nanyang, I mean, if the supplies are low, that might be enough for us to really do some damage there. It's not up to full strength, but it can recover in time. But it's got 100% planning, which is really quite nice. So I'm going to have it march up towards Ichang. I want to put pressure on him here. I'm moving the unit, one of the mixed brigades back, or one of the brigades back towards Nanning. I want to put pressure here. Pressure over here. We are going to really grind him into the dust over here at Nanyang. If he doesn't have that supply of his loan supply, he's going to get ground up there. So the good news is, let's see. But it is made... No, it's only secondary road, which is a shame. Yeah, they're moving towards Hengyang. The 104th, as we discussed some time ago, is set directly to march on Hengyang, and the 23rd Army Headquarters is set to march just to this hex over here. Well, the bombardment has been working. The first time we actually did commence the bombardment with the heavy cruisers, we actually inflicted around 800 casualties, which was nice. Oh, wow. Stop rubbing it in, John. You are. Stop rubbing it in. Right, supplies moving on the river. And this is going to be the last time that we move supply like this. Supply is still looking good over here, so that's excellent. Could probably, yeah, it looks like some has actually left Hankow, but yeah. The good news is if we do actually take any of these bases around here, at least then we have a supply depot to work with then. Fuel damage at 28. I mean, we did hit the air base this turn, so that's understandable. So it has obviously repaired some. I've not seen any movement ticks here. I still worry about these areas over here, so I will continue the actual reconnaissance just to make sure. I don't think we drop. I really did consider dropping the paratroopers. Well, I wouldn't have done it today. Well, I wouldn't have done it next turn, but possibly the turn after. We'll see. I don't want to drop the paratroopers and we find ourselves cancelling the movement into Hengyang. Not that would be a terrible thing. So I could get them in and I can get them out. But I want us to be able to have things link up. I think it's one of those of where we need to really consider it further, really, as to whether it's actually worthwhile doing so. I'm not convinced that we need to drop them yet. There will be a time where they need to be dropped. But I do need to get the actual aircraft over here towards Langson and make use of them. So I'm going to transfer them up to Langson now. I will sort the reconnaissance aircraft there shortly as well. So we'll get them in position over here at Langson. I think I might move some Ki-27s over here, actually. Then at least they can perform combat air patrol if needs be. Or at least some sort of reconnaissance. So it looks like a couple of them are damaged. Which ain't great. How long for? 2 days, that's a shame. Okay, they made it fine. Right, that's short-ranged. Not much, but they could still come in handy. As to whether I move them now, let's see, what's the range here? Pakoi to... I might have them move to Pakoi so they can begin flying troops out to Langson. I think I'll keep them there for the time being until I have a clear use for them. Alright, I've got the Kai. Yeah, these guys are short-legged as well. Right, Ki-27's over here. Transfer to Langson. Oh, they're restricted, aren't they? General Expedition. Right, that makes sense. I can't use them quite yet. Could sweep over the base, though. It's 4 bombers. I think he used to have some auxiliaries, actually. Well, either way, how many do we actually have here ready and available? So let's see, transport. So there's 23 ready, 3 not ready, 3 in reserve. That's still a good amount. 23 is still good. We've got range to definitely reach Tion. See, the thing is, I worry that there may be other units that we're not seeing. My reconnaissance is quite weak this turn. Still good over here, so I'm still fairly confident these are empty. I would have preferred more information about Chungking. Actually, I'll take that back. It's pretty good where we need it, but I don't think it's worth dropping yet. I think what we'll do is, once we get to the position here, and once we can actually, well, once he sees our forces actually marching to Hengyang, then I might consider dropping then. We'll see what the response is, really. Take it from there, really. Okay, you're unloading. Dock up, unload as soon as possible, really. A5 M4 Claudes. So then attach a 22nd Air Flotilla, so I could actually have them sent to Langson. I don't think it's worthwhile doing right now. I don't think it's worthwhile, actually. Alright, that's rather interesting. Hey, doing there, Slenderman's Land? That's good to have it, my dude. I like that name. Okay, so we've got the bombardment. I'm going to check out the reconnaissance over here before I do forget. Right, okay. Let's check their float planes. So that's reconnaissance over 1 Carl. Reconnaissance over 1 Carl. And 1 Carl. How you doing there, Dr. Communist? I read out your document, my friends. It's pretty cool. Right, so they're going to be sent to bombard at 1 Carl once again, which is good. Right, what's this doing? I think this is the continuous supply from Japan, which means I do need to cancel this one, actually. So that's going to remain here. It is going to... so a lot of patrol boats for just something like that, really. Oh, see you later, my friend. Have a good one, my dude. It might be worthwhile to move some supply down this way, considering we don't have a huge amount of supply in the area. I'm going to move some down here, actually. I could do more supply down this area as well, actually. I think I'll have some move out to Canton. The reason being, at least then we have supply down this area to at least help the troops that march on Hengyang, depending. So obviously this is like major roads as well, which is quite nice. I wish I could see the supply efficiency like overlay, but it takes a million years to load up, and it's not worthwhile doing, at least with this map mod. Okay, that's interesting. He's got detection 1 of 5. So I wonder then, has he been flying reconnaissance over us? That would be intriguing. Right. Well, what I'm going to do here then... If it wasn't for this goddamn unit. I might have them continue to escort. I don't want to reduce the amount of bombers because at the end of the day I need to continue. Oh, is it the LCU? Right, that makes sense then. Good job we're moving a unit there then. Yeah, I'm undecided. I would prefer to sweep with an entire unit, but as I don't have that option right now, I don't think it's worthwhile doing. So what I might do then is have the KI-43s continue to escort, but then potentially just vary vary their altitude, really. That might be the way we go forward with that one. Possibly. What does chat think? What do you guys reckon? Do we go for a sweep or do we go for an escort? Let's wait for the opinions to begin rolling in. The good news is at least we will make some changes to the combined fleet as well, actually. This episode. But beyond that, there's not a huge amount left to do. I'm quite glad I called that convoy over there. I don't want to be taking additional supply from Japan. I'm going to leave Japan to just really recuperate that supply expenditure. Build it back up so we can actually have a buffer. What I'm going to do then is begin to march on Nanyang now. Begin marching. If at same altitude, common game tactic is to split units and sweep with all of them. Yeah, I suppose we could go with that, really. I'm not going to do that one there finish. It is a good idea in the future, but not right now. I need to build up the supply buffer that we have, really. Right, actually, I need them to all march to the same location. So what I'll do then is... Mixed Brigade, 209. How much do I need here? So I'll leave the 52nd Infantry Brigade. Someone did some limited testing of sweeps and split units seem to arrive before bombers more often than a single unit. I think I remember you telling me about that one, actually, so that's worthwhile doing, man. So set all to follow. Alright, double check that. Right, you must remain. You're going to be the garrison. I think I'll have them follow along, actually. It would be nice to have a corps, an actual army headquarters nearby, as command radius 1, so it's worthwhile having. I'll have them basically march to that position there, no closer. I don't want to actually have them in the battle. But I'll tell them to stop once they've reached that location. So we have the RGC over here. Right. See, I'd love to try and flank and trap them, but we'll see what happens here. I mean, possibly, but the good news is we do have... I mean, we're not going to be... I think we'll go for the triple sweep. I mean, we are lower in number, but if we fly at high altitudes... Well, higher altitudes, we should be okay. So, he's gonna... Well, I don't know, will he be low? I think we'll sweep at 20,000 feet. I don't need the... I don't believe I need... No, I don't need it. So, yeah, we're going to continue to hit Changsha. I don't want to relent there. If we relent, he wins on that one, really. In fact, what I can do here, then is set the Oscars to do the same. Yeah, so they're all going to sweep at 20,000 feet. I can replace the Oscars. He can't really replace these guys. Corps headquarters are okay in same hex if you have other units. Yeah, but I think I'm going to keep them there, just to make sure that they don't take any additional losses, really. I think they've got that one command radius, so it should be fine. What I could then do is actually move out unit there, just to make sure it's got some sort of protection. Not that it particularly matters. Sorry for a more off-topic question, but can I ask what's the status on playing other World Pacific series? I'm going to be doing the Marianas one. It's just... I don't know. I've just not felt like doing it for a while. But I will be doing it. It's one of those things, you know, you've got all sorts of things in your mind. You feel like you should be doing everything else. But I will be carrying it on. Oh, wow. Thank you very much there, man. It's much appreciated. Nice to see you back live on YouTube. Hope you all have a nice Christmas. I think Allied Tankers still Greta Thunberg. Jesus. Oh, thank you very much, AT. Much appreciated, my man. That is much appreciated. I'm gonna spend that on some like basin stuff for my Soviets. 6 mil Soviets. Tojo's, I think will come online about mid-year. Oh, is it? Which am I thinking of? Which is mid-year? Is it A6 and 3s that we get mid-year, or am I thinking of something else? There's something that we're getting mid-year. I'm sure there's something we get mid-year. Or I might be thinking of something else in 43, actually. Right, anyway, before I forget. Let's see, Oscars. I'll draw them in. Yeah, I mean, even the Ki-27s will give him problems. But that's actually not bad either. The reason is there's just a lot of them. They're only going to chink away at the P-40Bs, apparently. Well, the HH-1s. But they get in the way. And it will really raise their fatigue and etc. Okay, reconnaissance. So Xingtan. Changsha. Jikyang. Jikyang. There's a Jikyang. I'm going to increase the amount of reconnaissance of Hengyang and Changsha, actually. Actually, same. Oh, I've still got Jikyang, so we're alright, man. Yeah, I'll get onto that one soon. I will get onto that one. As whether it'll be a Mariana's campaign, I'm not entirely sure. I will, in time, I'm going to begin working on a Japanese Turn 0, which may be another full-blown play-by-email campaign, but that one is obviously going to take some time. I don't have an opponent, and not starting it as of yet. It's going to be more so like a sort of sideshow one, but that one's to be discussed in the future. It's more so just to see if we can put the actual learning into practice, really. I'd like some reconnaissance of a Nanning, actually. Don't think I'm going to get that. I think I was using some dive bombers or something, wasn't I? What was I using? These Mabels. I'm going to use them, if they can do it. That's abysmal. I suppose just keep them on the training then, really. Okay. So train ASW. You're loading up. Nearly done anyway. Some tankers over there. They'll be very handy to actually have. Natori and Kamikaze moving into Hong Kong. We'll move to Hong Kong. 2 torpedo boats over here. They should be able to handle themselves fairly well. I don't know why they're on that patrol ban. I cannot remember why they're on that patrol ban. He loves to move them over here, but actually, you know, take a look at these numbers. These numbers are reduced. I think I'll keep them on patrol in this area then. So he might have actually sent some north. I'd like to pick them up if he has. And I got the 3A1s over here, so they're training at the moment. Yeah, I'm going to continue their training. Yeah, indeed. Right, so moving forces over here in the north. So you're moving to Luoyang. I might as well move you to Hankow. No, that unit's moving out, so I'm going to continue moving there. It could actually form a garrison, perhaps. 20th Engineers. So they're moving to Wuchang? No, I don't want them to move to Wuchang. No, I do want them to move to Wuchang. Never mind, never mind. I thought it was Wankou for some reason. Yes, move to Wuchang. Okay. We have forces over here that are moving. So they will arrive here tomorrow. I'm going to look towards moving along here. We need to figure out if there's any Chinese units along these roads. But we'll take control of these roads, and that is going to put us in a good position then. 40th Mongol Cavalry. I forgot what I was doing with them. That's a decent amount of AV. Still a road there connecting them. How much AV is that? 8. Okay, so it's a tiny unit. I don't know where it intends to be going. I mean, would I even... Is it even worth sending something? Is it worth doing something like that? I don't know. I don't think it is. It is major roads. But I don't think they'd be any good if it could get there. It's not going to do. It's not going to be worthwhile doing. I'll have them move into the actual base over here. We'll have these units moving as well. I'm going to have them move down towards this area, but then I'm going to have them move up there. Mixed brigade. I'm really tempted to actually move into this hex here. I think what I'll do then is once these units begin moving down here, I'll possibly move one there. I could move a unit there, and I might move a unit there. If his supply is so low, I would like to take advantage of that. This is wooded, so at least I'd have the terrain. So I think I will move that to the north. The fact that it's so low, the supply is actually really encouraging. Yeah, it would be a journey, wouldn't it? Hell of a journey. Oh, so I can rebuild the unit there. Well, there we go. We can rebuild the 59th Division. So we have the now newly christened 59th Division. Which leaves me overshot here. So let's see. If I divide the unit, that gives me 107 each. Which is actually really quite nice. I could potentially use that to garrison a few areas. Yeah, armor would do well going that way, because obviously that speed that they can move at. I could move elements of the division out. I'd really prefer to keep the division together in its whole, in its totality. But that is an option. I could probably find 100 AV to look after that. What's the road network here? That's major road as well. See, I'd like to move that AV potentially to Hankow and then up to Ichang. So what I'll do now is I'll begin to put these guys on a rail. It's going to take them 3 days to load up anyway, so what I'm going to do then is put these guys on the rail. If I could find 100 AV, I'd be quite happy. How much AV is required, actually? 160, okay. How you doing there, Racer? Ah, thanks, man. Good to have you back, too. Yeah, so I need to find 160 AV to put into that area there. I've got spare units over here, and I've got units over here, but I could move to do that. Right, this brigade over here. That's definitely not in the right position, so we're going to have that begin to move there. Actually, let's see. That's clear terrain. Yeah. Yeah, it's something... We are going to be doing a reorganization of China in time, really. It's a complicated situation because you can't really see everything at once. You have to go through each city bit by bit. We will reorganize China in a greater fashion in the near future, really. I think I may move the brigade there. Yeah, what I'm thinking is I could move it up towards this position. Oops, I didn't mean to touch click there, but that's fine. I could potentially move it up towards this position here, but I'd be better off marching to the roads and then marching there than marching there. But I could potentially manage that with these units here. Yeah. How you doing there, AT? How long have we been live now? 53 minutes, actually. You're late. That town north of your railroad ties up a lot of troops and is a constant source of raids on the rail. You talked about Nanyang? Yeah, we are marching on Nanyang. Ichang. I'm considering really, because it's like, well, the thing is, it's like if I got a unit there, it would prevent him from... He's always going to retreat towards Xi'an, or Siam more than likely. I doubt he would retreat this way. I'd have to get behind him to prevent him retreating this direction, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. What I might do then is actually have that brigade march over here. And we might be able to put... I mean, if and I think the telling question is going to be in regards to this unit here. If this unit has low supply, that's going to be very encouraging. But I think what we're going to do then is we're going to assemble a greater amount of AV here. And if I can put legitimately enough force here in combination with the 39th Division, 59th Division that could be potentially moved here, I may have the means to potentially take Ichang if it doesn't have the supply. Or at least greatly threaten it. So that's something to bear in mind. I'll have it move there, put more AV there if we... Well, I think we could potentially make use of that. The Great Reorganization of China. Yeah, indeed. Still have another regiment there. And this doesn't actually require any AV. So I'm going to move both out. Plan for Xinjiang, which is that. So I'm going to not give them anything to plan for as of yet. Right. So one's going to move there, and then what I'll do then is move there. So I'm going to have a unit here as well, so I'm going to have that Rex Brigade. .210 AV. I'm really tempted to march on this unit. I think what we'll do then is we'll wait for these forces to get into position. So that's in clear terrain as is. If he's low on supply, he is going to be really, really surprised by this. And what's the chance of THG discovering your planned attacks through the intel screen at the start of the turn? I hope it's not being shared on Discord. Oh no, you mean something else. I don't know, really. It's one of those of like, I don't know what gets revealed. It's kind of random what gets revealed to him, so I don't know. I don't know. Can't worry about that one, really, because I can't affect it. Yeah. I mean, do I get that marching? I might get that march, but then again, I'll wait for these guys to get to here, but then again, you're going to have to cross this, so I think we are going to get you marching. I can always cancel it, so I'd rather gain some progress now. So begin marching. We are going to launch an offensive in this area. They're going to march north. They're going to march there. We are marching now. We're actually launching something of a general offensive in this area, like across a wider area. But if he's indeed as low on supply as indeed this suggests, then that is actually incredibly important. I'm not going to put any additional reconnaissance over this as of yet. I'm going to keep the reconnaissance down here. But I will bear in mind that reconnaissance will be needed here in the future. But yeah, we are actually moving across China. So, this is good. This is good. And obviously we always do have the ability to drop the paratroopers behind his lines if necessary. Which could be very, very useful to do as... I mean, this is it. If we start launching attacks over here at Nanyang, Yichang, potentially Yichang might be doable. If we start launching them over here, and obviously putting pressure here at Nanning, obviously huge pressure here at Hengyang, he's going to have the pressure over here at Changsha. The thing is, it's like, I suppose this is it. The longer we wait, the worse it is. We are going to take losses crossing here, and I don't think we're able to take it in one go. Maybe. I sincerely doubt that, but maybe. But I'm going to say 90%, I don't know. I'm going to say 2/3 that we don't take it the first day. We're still over there across the river. We've got armoured units on the way. We've got additional reinforcements on the way. So, it's going to cross that river, and once we cross the river, we'll cross the river. If he pulls his units back from Changsha, then how much is he going to pull back? If he pulls back too much, then we can potentially take the city there, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see, we'll see. But I think things are in our favour right now. It would have been better had he not reinforced here, but it is what it is. But this could be very useful, and it will be useful. Still moving here, and we're moving here as well. Yeah, I'm quite glad that we sent the armoured regiments this way, so they will come in handy. We've obviously got all this armour moved down here. So we're going to have a lot of armour moving south. I'm going to retain some armour here just to give us the ability to move quickly if needs be. Okay. From San Fernando. Why is that? Oh, right, because it's docked. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, I see. I'm going to recombine those units just so they don't set off separately. Alright, there we go. Put another patrol boat in bay. Oh dear. Thank you very much there, John. I mean, hopefully we'll be able to make more progress. I mean, obviously, there's a mass amount of difference between this and the real-life campaign. Obviously, we're not having to deal with guerrillas and etc. The para thing. Well, the paratroopers, we do have them in position. I've moved the transport aircraft over here, so I would be able to move them from here if I want to do so. I think we're more or less in a position to drop. Next turn probably is going to be when we'd be able to actually truly drop. But we are getting there. I'm going to sweep over here at Changsha, continue with the bombing campaign. Yeah. So, we'll choose that moment when to drop the paratroopers. We need to make it as painful as possible for him, really. But at least by having the paratroopers, it always does mean... Well, it always means that we do have that, that ace up our sleeves there, really. Which is very nice. I don't want to give him a... Well, I don't want to tip him off, really, that we have that. He may know about it, I'm not entirely sure, but let's hope that he doesn't. Right. Maybe, maybe not. But yeah, we'll not give him any favours. Yeah, it's nice to actually have that. I mean, obviously it would be nicer had we had these cities here, but maybe one day we will do. I mean, I'd like to have that rail line as well. But okay, moving on. Yeah, I need to continue to rest. That's still high fatigue levels there, really. If they're not flying, they'll be resting anyway. Still 13 fighters here. That would be nice for a weather report like that, would be cool. Possibly. Fatigue, I am tempted to leave. Well, so I am tempted to move the Kai-43s over here, but then again, that's going to increase their fatigue anyway. We did just capture this, which was very nice. I have it specified on targets to actually reconnaissance. Well, reconnoiter. You can leave it on random, but it's always good to actually know where you're in that reconnaissance. Okay, I'm going to get these guys loaded back on board. Do I need a garrison here? No, I do not. That's very nice. I mean, that's 30 AV, which is still really quite good. They are quite low on supplies. I mean, regarding paratroopers, if we landed as enemy troops, it could be quite bloody. But I wouldn't drop if there were troops there, really. The good news is, in regards to paratroopers, is I could move the actual transportation aircraft to the bases. We might lose some of the aircraft, but I could try and get the vast majority of the actual paratroopers out of there. So it's not like a all-in sort of thing. We can move them in, and we can move them out. Which is obviously very handy. But it's something bear in mind, really. Will be intriguing. I was considering moving the zeros into... But again, we do need... I don't know. It's one of these of, I am tempted to send the zeros elsewhere, but I think they need to recover that fatigue right now. I see that event infinite. Family's over and having all the in-laws. Have a good one, man. Good night. Well, that's it. This is why I'm not doing it now, really. I'm going to wait and see what happens. But yeah. I think I'm going to give these aircraft some additional time to recover that fatigue, really. The more I move them, the more fatigue they build up anyway. This is not really a terribly good idea. They're moving back down south, which is good. We're moving the forces across over here, which is excellent to do, which is good. Jawohl, Herr Doktor. I could increase the amount of bombing. Yeah, something to consider. I'd love to clear that out, I really would. What's the distance from Singkawang to Singapore? That's 8 hexes, yeah, it's that max range. But then again, well, that's, what is the max range for the drop tanks? 12, isn't it? So I could manage that, really. I might sweep the base over here then, actually, at Singapore, really. Well, we don't need to. We'll be okay. I'm sure we'll be okay. So I'm going to have those guys sweep Singapore, actually. Might surprise him. These guys. Okay. So those zeros are currently looking after them. How long until I arrive for that? Quite some time, then, apparently. That's a lot of supply, holy moly. Yeah, none of them are really suited anyway. I was just considering, like, maybe using one of these as an airbase, but it's really not worthwhile. Get them loaded up. Actually, no, cancel that. I need to take the base, don't I, first? Just cancel that. They can keep what they have aboard. We still have enough troops here to take the base. So take that, that's fine. You're being loaded up and moved out, that's good. So we can begin to then move these guys out over here then, which I'll be very happy with. We'll go ahead and take those islands then. Yeah, take those bases and keep on moving up, which will be nice. Right, I was glad that situation resolved itself, actually. Good, the AO's moving back towards Bapal Dwarf. So they're going to head into hold their refuel. Tankers moving there to refuel as well, that's good. AS. I'm going to get the AS underway. Have it begin to move to Balikpapan. Or Balikpapan, however you want to say it. Keep you here for the time being. Right, ASMs have finally arrived. I might put down some mines here. Maybe. I'm gonna say no, actually. I don't think he's really attacking mine. Well, maybe he is. Might put down one minefield. Just to give some submarines some problems, anyway. Right, let's see. Fast transport. I'm not entirely sure about the fortifications, actually. How long do you plan on having the Hosho stay in frontline service with Minika de Bataille? Forever. I can't really see why I'd take her out, really. She's not amazing, don't get me wrong, but I'd rather have her capabilities. It's not so much the actual ship I need to care much about, it's the fact that she can actually carry aircraft, and that works well for me. That works fine for me, really. At the end of the day, she ends up in a carrier battle, and she's the one taking the bombs. I'd prefer that, really. Much to consider anyway, but I think it should be worthwhile on the front line, really. Right, where are my APDs then? There's the APDs. Okay, good, so we will have the... Yeah, that's good. So we will have aviation support at Balikpapan then pretty quickly as well, actually. They might arrive and get shot at, but they should be okay. They're going to shock attack. I'm going to have them move towards... I don't know, really. I don't know if I want to keep them here. So I could do a rearm in Myoko. I'm going to move them out from this situation. I might in fact move them this way. I think I will, actually. I just don't like the idea of remaining in this area, really. I just do not think it's a good thing to be doing. If we need them, we'll come back for them. Right, move you out of the way. 6 hexes, 12 hexes. Yeah, I've moved her out separately. I'm going to have her move with the escort Saga. And then she can move to Manadao. Cruise speed out of the way. She's going to have to head back to Japan for repairs anyway, so I might as well begin the process now. See, I'd rather not, because I don't want to get near this. He's got a lot of bombers there. I don't remain in the area due to the fact that he has those aircraft, so I think moving away from the enemy's aircraft is probably a prudent idea. He will have, of course, submarines in the area, but I think he has moved the vast majority of them south, so I'm hoping that I might be able to make use of that and get my assets out of the way. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. Well, the thing is, she might not be amazing, but man, if she can take the bomb hits that would otherwise hit like a, I don't know, let's say like hit Shikaku. Well, Shikaku, Zuikaku. Yeah. Combine different things there. Yeah, I'd rather the bombs that would hit Zuikaku hit Hosho instead, if you get me. So go for that. How you doing there, communist? Good to have you, my dude. What will you do with the CV you will get this month? Yunyo? She'll probably head out to truck, really. She'll probably head to truck and rendezvous with the MKB. More than likely. Alright, all gone over here then. 4th air. So that is a one with... What's command radius? Command radius 4, okay, that's a very, very good unit. See, I'd like to have an air HQ really on standby for operations. Can't think where it'd be so handy. I'm more or less okay in this area, I can manage. It'd be nice to have more, but I can manage. What I might do then is have it continue to move down there towards the Bardoir and then potentially move it into... so I've got other transports here that can move at higher speeds, and I think that's what I'm going to do there. Yeah, it didn't load correctly for some reason. Yeah, so I'll have them move to the Bardoir, but then I can have them switch into those ships that are high speeds and have them move out elsewhere. Now, what I'm going to do over here... They can't refuel currently, but that's okay. So these Kagaros do need some looking after. What I'm going to do then is take the remaining Kagaros. Or Kagiros. Kagoro. Oh, dude, it's not your fault. No doubt, it's not your fault. Yeah, the remaining ones. I mean, you're Akagumon. 31, 32, 33. Okay, moving out. Those guys move in. Yeah, different speeds there. But yeah, I'm gonna have these guys move out as well. These guys can act as additional raiders. I'm gonna have them move down to Baker Island too. They'll obviously refuel from the AOs as well. Huh. Right, them about. That must have arrived from Rabal. I'm not entirely sure what it's doing here, really. Expand it for now. It was the one I was escorting, wasn't it? That's right. Yes, I did come up for Rabal. Okay. I said I wouldn't, but I'm going to change my mind. I was a little bit worried about aircraft, but then again, it doesn't particularly matter if it's... Yeah, we'll have them all run ASW. I'd rather... I think it's better to know about them and be able to protect ourselves. Supposedly 2,000 feet is the altitude to be at. Let's see, is everybody aboard here? So it looks like they're off for Kagi. Kagi would be remaining here anyway. Aye, indeed. Kidabatai will set off today, but it's not going to be Kidabatai, it's going to be the Combined Fleet. Is what we're going to name it. Okay, yeah. So they basically belong to the Kairos that remain, so that's okay. Well, I mean, that one really depends, doesn't it? That one does depend. And it's really a hard thing to answer on that one, really. It really does depend. I will put up a combat air patrol. 30% is fine. At the end of the day, I do not want to be caught napping. Most definitely do not want to be caught napping. Well, I might as well put them out there. What's max 7? Okay. I don't want to have undue fatigue, really. Yeah, we begin the Operation Shino next turn. There we go. You can run night. Jake's run day. Pete's run night. There we go. We do have 21 there, which is going to be very handy. And we will leave. So what I'm going to do then is begin the... yeah, they're going to get underway. They're going to head for Baker Island. I'm going to have them use waypoints. I am somewhat tempted to have them move even to Roymer to pick up that little bit of fuel. But we'll see. It might not be worthwhile. I might end up spending that fuel to actually reach that position, really. But it's a consideration nonetheless. What path would they take? This is on direct, okay. I think one movement out this way and then we move south. Or I'll move that way, actually. Yeah, then move like that. Yeah, I do need to change your leader, you are right there. It is a pain in the ass. I wish you could just change it. Oh, I can just change it. Okay. So that's the commander of the task force. Hmm. Yeah, we've got plenty of oilers underway. Actually, do I want to change him? Let's see. Bookmarks. Alright, here we go. Air combat. Okay. Hmm. He's not bad, actually. I mean, this is it. Air combat is different to surface combat. There are better, though. Like Yamaguchi. Nagumo. Looks like it's going to be Yamaguchi. Yamaguchi will lead once again. He's quite aggressive, and I think aggression might be worthwhile. Okay. Gonna get underway. Let's see. Right, leadership, apparently. Air skill and surface. THG will pick up the heavy volume of radio traffic at trucks, so there's a chance the carrier will know. Possibly so. Which is what we'd want anyway, actually, there, John. Right, let's see. So, carriers. So, leadership, air skill, surface. Okay. Not that surface matters at all there, really. So, let's see, then. So, yeah. Shift experience gain. So, air skill's really what we want to be looking at. Let's see. We'll go through the carriers. Is it 74 already? 61. 62. 60. That's interesting. We'll go for the best we can get, man. I think the star's the current commander, actually. Oh no, it's not. I forgot what the star means then. He's got a lot more inspiration actually, so that's not worth like one more point in air. His naval significantly better too. Yeah. Yeah, shame. I would have liked to put the others out there. Oh, as far as it goes with R&D, you don't gain any points until you get all of the R&D facilities, I believe. It's like each one that repairs has a greater chance to repair the others, and I think 30 is the amount that is like worthwhile. And then I think after that, it starts spreading points to R&D. I forget exactly how it works. Oh, how you doing there, Vermin? Oh, I shared it in the general chat, so that's a shame. Good choice then, really, isn't it? Could it sure prepare for more suicidal cruisers and carry out task forces that follow the American doctrine, that raid a port, that's a merchant ship to prepare? Well, that's what we kind of want, really. We kind of want it to come out that way. Like, we're going to have a second carrier force assembled at Truk anyway. We do have a large number of land-based bombers and fighters in the area. So yeah, him moving into that area is really, really what we do want, actually. It's the area that I can fight him, to be honest. I'd rather fight him where we are strong than where we're weak, really. Yeah, easy said than done, really. Okay. So the combined fleet will get underway. That's good, that's sorted. Troll boats heading back. Excellent. Right, was a risk, but they will arrive there. That's good. AMC's here. Excuse me. Well. Yeah, considering as to where to move that AMC, it could even be nice to actually go pick up units down here myself, but that's a lot of fuel to go down that way. Might be worthwhile to pick up the Maizuru 2nd SLF. But do I need an AMC to go pick up this Miniman? Not really. See you later then, Fred. Have a good one, my friend. What I'll do then is disband it for the time being. Auto disband. Yeah. Then they can be escorted to Truk then. Possibly so. Possibly so. Right, what I'm going to do now then is have the light cruiser Abakuma head out on her own. She's going to head for Baker Island, ideally at greater speed now. We are moving on a lot of assets. I don't know what he might expect. I don't think he would expect this. He might even expect until the last moment that we'd be looking towards doing something in this area, really, in this general area in the south, not moving all the way up here. So ideally he never cottons onto that. We do have the Oilers, along with Shoho. They're assembling over here at Marcus. They will arrive within the next day. Additional forces on the way too. Additional submarines moving out there too, which is very nice, considering one of them has a float plane. Lots to use there. Oh, yeah. Where the fuck are they currently heading? Yeah, obviously they're not meant to be heading there. Trying to get it to go into Midway. Hopefully we're not... I think what I might do is actually move so far, then move north, move so far, move, and then that way. I don't want to be tracked. But I do want to have an AS out there. Wouldn't it be worthwhile over here at Marcus? Right, the Jakes are here. Okay. Might have the Jakes actually run ASW, perhaps. It's going to be a few days before those guys are ready, so I'm going to keep these guys here. Okay. So the rest will be ready tomorrow. So they're on a restricted command. Oh, it's 108 to move them outside. I might have them assigned to another headquarters then, possibly tomorrow. It would be nice to actually have them able to be moved either down here to the marshals or even potentially elsewhere. I mean, Shoho with naval bombers potentially positioned at Midway could be quite effective, obviously using Shoho's fighters to actually look after those bombers. But we'll see there. We'll see. I don't want to place too much emphasis on Midway, because the thing is I don't want to give him too much of an indication of what's going on. That he could always move ships to bombard, and there's not a huge deal I can do about that. So that's something I've got to bear in mind. Okay. So we'll go for that. Yeah, they're nearly at Baker now. That's excellent news. Ideally, he has no idea about this. Right. So they've refueled from the Kiyosumi Maru, who is going to head over to Ponape. You know, that's actually a good point to consider there. There's about 2,000 odd fuel at Ponape. Might even be worthwhile to actually... well, no, I'll keep some of that fuel there. In fairness, what I could potentially do is have the light cruisers refuel at Ponape. We'll consider that. Then again, no, I have the oilers, I might as well make use of them. And these oilers will really be reserves, I suppose, for the most part. We'll have decent enough fuel. But yeah, the good news is the oilers will be in position before the combined fleet arrives, so that's really good. Very good for us. No, I can full well imagine. But you have to bear in mind that we do have H6K4s here. We have H6K4s here. There's also the same at Luganville, Comac, Funafuti, if I didn't point that one out, which I did actually. And there's also H6K4s over here at Tarawa. So we do have a pretty good coverage of reconnaissance in this area, so it's not likely for them to sneak up on us. Like, you can see that obviously we do have a submarine detecting things out this way. Okay. I might even send a submarine into Palmyra soon. We'll see. I don't believe it has any sort of proper defences. I don't think it has a minefield. It's definitely a small port, so it would be potentially worthwhile to do, actually. But we'll consider that soon enough. I'd like to see whatever targets are in the area, really. Right. Still no pickups yet. How about we don't have them positioned? Well, actually, no. If they're positioned at Bougainville, they're still complaining. How can they complain? Why are you complaining? So bizarre. I need that fuel there. I may even end up using Comac, to be honest. Still a level 1 port. Might be too large that we move to then with the fuel, but still level 1 port. I just don't know why I'm not able to unload here. Might be an ops issue. I need that fuel. We'll see. Right, I'll have this base tomorrow. That'd be good. Alright, just remain here. There's nothing to unload anyway. Also, no joke, every fleet oiler that Japan ever had before 1945 was destroyed. Yeah, I'm not too surprised. What's your plan for the IGN level bombers? Oh, right, just in general, stick to the Betty till later upgrade G3M3. See, the thing is, it's like, even the G3M3, I don't think they have their radar. I think G3M3s have radar. But yeah, I know that just because you have the aircraft with radar doesn't mean that the aircraft actually has radar activated, so that's something to bear in mind. But I'll just stick with... It's one of those, I'll just stick with what we've got, really, due to the fact that I can just throw a lot of them out there, which works out fine for me. I think beyond that, we're more or less good. As I said last time, I'm going to continue to try and run reconnaissance here, but I don't know. I don't know. I'd say hopefully sooner, but we will be done today. We will be done today. These guys over looked over. It was nice to see the success over here between the straits, so that was good. But yeah, we're going to take this base tomorrow, which I'm going to be very happy with, and then once Balikpapan falls, I'm going to begin to immediately prepare to march on Samarinda. We're marching out in China. That's good. So things are moving now, which is very nice. Let's see, what's the roads like down there? A secondary road, so we'd be moving 50 miles per day. It might be worthwhile just to march a unit. I'll begin marching one. I've been marched to the south. You're making progress, which is what I like to see. There you go. Some major road now, so you make good progress. Let's see. You're moving them. That's good. 2 DDs there. Fubuki. Ah, right, I see. Yes, so very in need of rearm. Oh, I see. I'll have them go rearm at... actually, I could probably have them rearm at Takao. Have them rearm at Takao. I have not, actually. I have not. Is it any good? You could do a moving back over there. Honestly, I'm not too sure without checking. Are you able to be transferred into China? No. $24 points to move them out. I can have it transferred to Southern Army. Yeah, going well. Going well. I was basically off the grid in the last week, as obviously I was getting stuff all sorted really. Like I was in college for like a solid 2 or 3 weeks really, like each and every day. But it was worth it. It's one of these things. It's like you got to put the effort in, haven't you? Really. Trying to make the choices on universities at the moment, so it's a tough one. Tough one. Yeah, Xiang Line. Okay, just trying to think where to move these reconnaissance aircraft, really. Could they be divided? Of course. Always the same story. I don't think it's worthwhile having them run naval search here. I'm going to have them move to where they can be of more use, really. So we'll have them move to Hankou. Maybe. I've got some reconnaissance over here. I mean, I was considering that, actually. I mean, I could potentially reconnaissance Xi'an, but I don't think it really matters until I can get anything up here. I think potentially just increase the reconnaissance over Hengyang. The reason being, I'm gonna need the detection level there. What's the, do I need, I'm gonna set them at 10k, actually. What's the reconnaissance altitude of, well, what do the others run? 10k? Yeah. We'll run 10k. The reason why I'm going to do that is because I do want to have more reconnaissance in that area. I really do not want to be caught napping. Detection level obviously increases the effectiveness of our forces as well, so if I can keep it increasing, I would be very happy. Or at least have it high to begin with, that'd be nice. So I will go for that. So they're currently spotted. He's flying aircraft out of here. Moving east. Move that way, then out. As I was saying, but might as well just let them decide, because they're going to have to go through that gauntlet anyway. New ships, we'll take a look. AMC Wa1. Atsumaru. CHA-28. We'll have the seaplane cruiser. I almost forgot the name, but well, we are going to be kind of doing a very similar thing as well, actually. Almost a Dr. Octopus then. Yeah, I'd say watch the beginning of the video. I did go for it slightly. Well, the thing is, I couldn't really go for it due to the fact that the lines weren't on, unfortunately. But we kind of have gone over the strategy in China, so you might see something that you might like there. Righto. And then, in 10 days. That's been accelerated. Kitsumaru, I'm looking forward to having her. It'd be interesting to see where we use her, but she'll come in handy. So this is the arrival schedule. So 10 days we'll have another carrier. 8 days we've got the seaplane cruiser, which is going to be very handy. Another potential light cruiser, sorry, light carrier in the future there, really. Righto. Moonline. Would like it to increase. I don't believe so. I think there are mods out there where people have done that. Right, Fuso's armed. Yeah, they are nice looking ships. Right, Yamashira's fully armed. They're still unloading, so I'd like to see. Dock them up. There we go, so we have Richard Jock, aka Gamma Ray. Mr. Gamma Ray. If you guys do go ahead and check out his channel on YouTube, that is Mr. Richard Jock. Well, not the Mr. Purple, Richard Jock on YouTube. Definitely do go ahead and check him out. Well worth it. Yeah, Doc Op. Doc Octopus, yeah. I will convert them into CVRs. Most likely, anyway. Not entirely armed here, but the main guns are more or less there. And you're fully armed. I think I'm going to have a 4BB bombardment force, so it's not entirely fully armed. But that's fine. Take the DDs. I'll take the patrol boats as well. She might not be fully rearmed, but that's okay. I can manage for that. Okay, so there's a decent amount of fuel being unloaded here, which is excellent. At least I can combine this task force and then have it move out then afterwards. So if I take a look over here, then... we do have the lilies. We do have these guys running reconnaissance over here, actually. No, they've just been transferred off. So they're going to be transferred out to resize. So these guys as well. Ki-48 to run VSW. Gonna have them run 2,000 feet, actually. These guys run long range air patrol. So allow you to cap over the bombardment group. Which I'm going to change to bombardment now. Oh, it's because I've got the PBs in here, that's why. I'll have them sail alongside. Right, there we go. Convert you over to bombardment. You are set to Namala as a home port, that's fine. So we're going to go for 22,000 yard bombardment range. Reason being so we can use these guns. Possibly 21. Yeah, 21 looks like it due to the range of those guys. I'll reduce that down by 1 then to 21,000 yards. I don't want to get too close due to the fact that they do have those big guns. So they're going to head out to Ambon. And there we go. So Namala. Kishino. I don't think she has any cargo aboard. Does she have any cargo aboard? No, she does not. She's going to load that tender. Yeah, it's going to take some time to load her. Right, there we go. So they're going to go bombard Ambon. There is a submarine, 2 submarines over here, so I do need to be very careful. Naval attack, what? Or shall I have you run naval search? Okay, put the entire squadron on it. I do worry about this move, but I think we should be okay. Probably not. Probably not. But we'll see. We do have Ki-48s running. We do have ASW there. We're going to have patrol boats as well. So it is a risk. But at least we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 destroyers alongside us as well. That's these guys over here. They have a lot of detection over them right now. I'm going to disband them into the port for the time being. I don't want to have them out there unnecessarily so. The unit over here is going to march back to Makassar, which is good. So we did destroy the Dutch forces here, which is excellent news. We are looking to catch up to the Dutch forces there too. Now, we did see an attack over here at Rabaul, which I don't think is going to do that again. I may go out there and chase them. I don't know, is it worth it? I mean, what's the terrain here? Jungle rough. It's ×3. It'd just be giving him the defensive value, and I really don't want to do that. I don't even need much in the way of AV here to just beat him off. Right. That's a lot of damage there. Now heading southwest. I'm going to keep you in this position around here. Southeast. I think it's here that they're going to be going through. I might even move in there, but then again, is that worthwhile? I think I'll have them linger in that area. Yeah, option D here, might as well linger in that area. I think that would be their way through. Yeah. It's either there or there. But one reaction they would react anyway, so that should be okay. I doubt that. Well, that's not a lot of fuel. I think this is more or less where we leave off for today. There's not too terribly much else that needs to be done right now. Continue to stand down there. Those forces are going to move north. He's still well, he's still there. I'm going to continue the reconnaissance level over here. Second RTA is moving out. Not long until they're in this hex then. And then at least there's a road there for them to make use of. I might just march that unit, you know. It's clear terrain. Would take a little while though, actually. secondary roads are awful. But I still need sort of garrison there, so I don't think so, actually. Here we are. I'm gonna grab that construction unit. So... troop capacity, that's it. So I can only carry that one anyway. So we'll carry that. Set load. I'm gonna have that begin to move down to... I'm gonna say truck actually to help out with the construction efforts over that way. There we go. I'm going to close in. Ideally, we get some reconnaissance over Pearl Harbor. It's very doubtful, but we'll see. Taking a bit of a gamble there. So it's moving out. Everything's more or less in position now, so that's good news. I mean, it would be nice to have a successful operation at, well, within China. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But we still have Operation Chino. That's going to go ahead. Which looks like it can be successful. I don't think there's reason as to why it couldn't be. So I am happy about that. And who knows what opportunities might come about from that. We will see about that. But I think with that, we are more or less ready to go. I'm not going to spend too long on this turn due to the fact that, well, we need to get things moving. There's not a whole lot there. We have had things go ahead quite nicely, so that's very nice. Shock attack there is ordered and looking forward to seeing that. Yeah, things in China are moving. We are moving across the board in China, which is very nice. Additional reconnaissance is going to be very handy as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that's going to be played out for us. So what I'm going to do here then is make a save. There we go. Always good to have a backup. And we will send the save off. What to name it? What to name it? It's hard to think sometimes. What's something that's not going to give anything away, yet tease him at the same time? I don't know. Bonanza. A bonanza. I like that one. Oh, fuck it, we'll go for that bonanza. That's quite amusing, actually. Oh, Nanza. So I'll rename that. Otherwise, I'm going to look like I'm a dyslexic piece of shit. Christmas dinners. Oh. We'll go for that. been too long since we heard Tokyo addresses, so that'd be nice. But until next time, thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys have enjoyed this, please do comment down below. Do let me know if you would like to see this continue on YouTube versus Twitch. And of course, if you guys do enjoy my content, please do consider becoming a patron. It definitely does help me out, and I'm getting poorer. College books are expensive. Not that I have to buy them, but it's one of these things of, well, if I want to get anywhere with good grades, I've got to really put the effort in. And patrons really do help with that. There's some good books out there that I want to get a head start on, really. But until next time, thank you for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again next time. So, Ayasumi Minasai. And, of course, arigato gozaimasu. Teneo, aika, banzai. Till next time, guys. Goodbye for now.